Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stay close to the rivers and the streams that you used to. I know that you wanna have it your way or nothing at all. But I think you're moving too fast, Lord. Hey, YouTube. He moving too fast. Hi, nephew. Ambrosia. God before everything. Child, this story is a day or so over. A day or so old. Hold on. I got to do the light just right in here. Or it be these flashes of light. Hold on a second. I got to turn my kitchen off and my hallway on. It's a mess. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stay close to those rivers and the streams that you used to. Brother Blackburn is showing up in the news a little too often for my taste. He's giving ambulance chaser, right? Because I don't for a moment think that all these different people from all these different areas, show business, these rappers, these religious people, and all these different people are contacting Tyrone Blackburn, right? He is a master of writing the demand letters. As y'all recall, just a couple of months ago, he was writing demand letter to TD Jakes for $6 million. Correct? He just jumps in there and writes the demand letters and gets his cut. Now he's apparently involved in a lawsuit against Fat Joe. Fat Joe is a rapper. He wrote him a demand letter for $3 million. And there's been a problem. Let me see. Claudia, Cheryl Burnett, Frazier Laurie, Jesse. I'm going to speak before I get lost in this thing. So I started hearing about this Blackburn character maybe last year. The issue with him is he always seems to get into these people's cases for a money grab, right? I don't know how skilled an actual attorney he is, but he seems to be a master at getting these settlements from people, correct? He sees a dollar in that. I can get you this much. I can get you this amount, right? So now he then wrote another demand letter. And someone was serving a process server was serving Fat Joe. Is that how it goes? Anyway, as the process server was trying to serve, Fat Joe was serving Blackburn, must have been. Forgive me if I get the details not exactly right. Anyway, this dude, Blackburn, done run over the process servers. Now, we don't know if this is him just trying to get out of a parking space and the process server would not move. I guess all that will come out in court. But it appears as so far that this dude was trying to serve Blackburn and Blackburn would refuse to be served. Why would you refuse to be served? You're an attorney. I would think that your whole stick would be in fighting in court. But you didn't stop. The man, they said he was only minor. He got a minor injury that he hit him in the leg. So we don't know if it's a situation with him trying to get out of the parking lot. They won't move. Like sometimes you find that with a lot of these reporters or paparazzi, they won't move out of the way, and then the celebrity is forced to get out of the way, kind of inch them forward, trying to find a break where they can get out, right? Or it could have been, since he was dealing with this rapper, this notorious rapper who knew all these criminal type people, he was dealing in this area, he might have been afraid that the process servers were coming to get in that ass, correct? Now, that would be another reason why he would want to speed out of the parking lot. If he saw one of Fat Joe's people coming at him, he might have been running for his life. You don't go chasing waterfalls, bro. Blackburn, I see that you're a young black man. You are an ambitious person. I see in the same week, it's reported that you have now pulled out of this TD Jakes case completely. I guess you made the calculation that you were not going to get nothing out of TD Jakes. He's not giving you shit. You're gonna end up owing him a lot of money in court costs, right? So you pulled out of the TD Jakes case. It seems to me if TD Jakes had done something wrong, the last thing you want to do is pull out at this point because you might get damages as well. But you knew you were just shaking that man down. So do we have a young aspiring attorney here? Well, not aspiring, he is an attorney. Do we just have an ambitious young man here, or do we have an extortionist on our hands? Right? If you specialize in getting these people to settle, are you an extortionist? You were in Tiny and her husband. You were in that case. You were in the TD Jakes case. You were in. He's been in several others. What's he in now? Fat Joe. Whatever. For a year's time, the dude looks like he's about 25 years old, right? Maybe he's just fresh out of law school. It's been proven that he's not the most skilled person, although there's no reason why he would be the most skilled person being that young. But he's making his bones with these money grabs. They used to call them ambulance chasers, right? He sees something on the news, sees something on YouTube, and he goes and approaches the people to see, and approaching the person supposed to be the victim. I can get you some money out of him, right? It's become a big, like an extortion phenomenon lately, where all these people are constantly being sued. Everybody's being sued, right? They used to just come and talk shit about them online. Now they all suing because they all figure they can get some money. Now Cassie done inspired them. Cassie went in there, steal it, got her 30,000, got her $30 million, and went on into oblivion and still testified against the fool. So now they all think they can get a paycheck that way. So anyway, the story goes that he is now in jail, or he wasn't. He was originally arrested. He said he just bumped into the man as he was trying to get out of his parking place. The man said, no, he ran that car into me. At a high speed, he ran that car into me, correct? And the man called the police, and the man pressed charges, right? So whether you were running from that man because you might thought he might have a Glock in his belt, or you just being an asshole and avoiding a process server, your ass was the one who was arrested. And I think you're getting a bad reputation when they start putting you in the class, Blackburn, of running into people and so forth. You have no respect for the law yourself, even though you're supposed to be in it. That's going to affect your reputation. Your reputation is coming about too fast. Correct? You're in everybody's case. So I labeled you a shyster after the TD Jakes thing. I never believed you. You're talking about, oh, it's just a demand letter. It's standard. It's standard. Yeah, it's standard. All right. You got a whole stack of them in your desk, right? And every time you go click on the goddamn internet, you see another person you can go and approach with your demand letters. Well, Fat Joe could have went a different way. You know, that's a different world over there. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? What's going on, Jesse? He's older than me with that hairline. He's at least 35. 35 is still a young person to be an attorney. Well, I mean, I don't think he's been out of school that long. Just has a youthful look. I'm glad he did finally cut those goddamn dreads out of his hair. He got them stacked on top of his head like a little hairstyle. That doesn't look very professional when you're going trying to fight cases for people. I don't get the impression that he fights very many cases, right? He's just in there for the payout, right? If anything happens, we'll see Blackburn's name show up. And eventually, I guess that's the way they figure they build themselves a name. Because when the celebrity gets in some kind of trouble, the name would come to mind will be, I'll get Blackburn. We don't know. He probably a paralegal. Oh, Lord. Might not even have his license, you're saying. Okay. Where is Jay Williamson? Oh, he's over there fucking with Tommy and Castro. Uh-huh. I just looked up that song Waterfall. They got some beautiful lyrics. I never paid attention to the lyrics. I just knew the waterfall part. But that's the whole story there. Y'all check out Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls on here. There's one that shows you the lyrics. It's actually a whole story. Of course, most of you would already know that. Powder up the nose. Oh, Lord. Why would you run that man down? And all he's doing is doing his job. You're supposed to be in the legal profession, right? You can't run people down. Surely you know that's illegal. What if you would have hurt him? Certainly he has a lawsuit now against you. You hit him with your car, that's a deadly weapon. Okay. Y'all know more about him than I do because y'all been following his case. I didn't even take an interest until the Jake situation because I thought he was just a shyster ambulance chaser. But now I see that he's been involved in many, many cases. Let me go and make sure I get my information correctly. So we'll go right back to pictures of Tyrone Blackburn. Pictures. Okay. Hold on a minute. Y'all better call Tyrone. Tyrone Blackburn. Okay. Okay, he was involved with Eric Adams. He was involved in the case with academics just took an interest in him. Media field. Okay, he's involved in the TD Jakes case. He's involved in that Diddy case. He represented the Diddy accusers, T.I. and Tiny. Who else is he involved in? He's trying to rebuild a reputation with celebrities. Okay, T.I. and Tiny. Diddy's sons. Okay, so let's just say he's involved in a lot of celebrity cases, all taking place over the last 2 years. Correct? So I don't know how smart it is to go mess with it. Okay, what is this here? Jason Lee dropping bombs. He's involved with a case with Jason Lee and what's that woman's name? I forget her name. So there's a lot of people who have covered him, been talking about him. DJ Academics has had a thing with him. Another lawsuit. Okay. I just see him photographed with a whole lot of different people. Every time there's a case involving Black people, he jumps in the car. But you got to be careful who you're jumping in with, Blackburn. I'm just guessing. I'm thinking you were terrified when you saw that Black man coming towards you, and you just and it was Fat Joe's people, because you don't know what he's capable of, right? All the rappers talk big time shit, and unfortunately, a lot of them seem to be killers. So you might have been running in fear. Yes, they are definitely ambulance chasers, yeah. You're soiling your reputation when you start driving into people, however. So y'all tell me what's going on. Who was serving who? This was Fat Joe serving him, because they went back and forth with this lawsuit. They're making all kind of wild accusations against Fat Joe because he didn't pay up the first time and all this little bullshit, yeah. Then you soiling other people's reputations. You're labeling them child molesters. You're labeling them pedophiles. And there's a good possibility that none of that is true. I know it's not true with TD Jakes, right? That's not true. And if somebody, you're going to go in there accusing people like Joe, you might end up in a sticky wicket with those people. You don't know those people's reputations or how they handle their business. Correct? You just going there trying to get, how much he trying to get? He's trying to get how many? 6. He's trying to get $3 million from Joe. representing this other dude who Joe fired for, I guess they had some internal thing going on. Paralegals do all the work. Is he a paralegal? Not paying attention to lyrics. I thought you were. Baby. No, I just looked that one up. Sometimes they'll give you the lyrics on the channel. And I looked at, I said, oh, she's talking about a woman, a single mother trying to raise a boy, and the boy's going in the wrong direction. And the mother's saying, I think you're moving too fast. Y'all know how them teenagers be. Hold on, man. Let's pray for the mothers. Pray for the mothers raising teenagers, honey. That's what that song was about. I never even knew. I think I must have still been on dope when that song came out. Now he's involved in attempted vehicular manslaughter. Ooh. Talk your way out of that one. Here's a chance for you to get some actual court experience, Blackburn. Now, does he ever follow these cases through? Does he appear in court, or is his situations always about getting settlements? Letters. That's pretty good. You can get you a couple $1 million just by sitting down writing a letter. Hell, I could do that. Or have the paralegal do it. I think he is trying to get 20 million. Okay, so the client is trying to get 20 million. That's what they want to sue Joe for. And then they want him to settle for 3 million. Is that it? Oh, no. I just know that Blackburn's name is coming up way too often. He's involved. Was he involved also with the Mayor Adams situation? So a Bishop Whitehead, was he representing Whitehead? Yes, that's another one. I remember. He was involved in Whitehead with his bullshit. He ended up in prison. I don't know about your skills, bro. That's a pretty good job to be a lawyer. You know, I mean, no matter how people always build them up. Oh, you're a lawyer. You're successful. You know, lawyers are basically liars, right? I mean, their job is to get their client off. So they are skilled liars. They go to school for at least 6 years just to learn how to lie properly. Let me see what else is going on here, honey. Let me check my perimeter and see what else is anything else going on here. The prosecution is tearing Diddy up. Okay. The prosecution is tearing Diddy up. That would mean that there are now closing arguments, right? This is the last couple of days of the Diddy trial. So I don't know how they're tearing him up, or they're just talking about him. They're just summarizing their case at this point. Never the tax reporter. Okay. All the political stuff is still going on. No okay. New name, same. Okay, so Olivia the Oracle is no longer Olivia the Oracle. She is now y'all put this in your search engine. Anti-O's POV on things. That's her new name, she said. I think she's had it for a couple of weeks, and then she didn't tell people. So her numbers are probably falling off. Let me see. Don't go chasing waterfalls. That's a beautiful song. I'm going to listen to it when I get through here. Okay, worst wedding ever. I don't see anything else. Okay. And the Bishop Fred Reed Matthews. Okay. I see this Ty East dude is over here with Larry Reed again. Is that all they talk to is 3 people? Him, Larry, and William McCrae. They talk to each other. Occasionally, they'll get information from Pam, and that's it. Damn, you on there every day? Just be a co-host. Seems to me, shit. One of them fuck up, the other ones come to kiss their ass, honey. That'll lift them up. So I didn't have a lot else to say, people. All I saw was the name Blackburn. I said, Blackburn again? God damn. Whitehead, and they fell out before Whitehead went off to prison. Now he done withdrawn from the TD Jakes trial, so I guess he figured that there's not a payout in that. You're gonna leave now, and you got this fool, Dwayne Youngblood. He gonna owe all these legal fees and all these legal costs and all this stuff from this case you done filed. You done drug him in there and got him all thinking he gonna be rich. He ain't gonna be shit now, except for perhaps back in prison for extortion. And he gonna be broke because TDJ's gonna take whatever little piece of change that he has. So then when you say you ain't getting nothing out of it, you withdraw. Some say that Jakes forced you out. He should have left you in. If I'm fighting somebody in court, I want them to be the dumbest attorney I can find. They can find, the other team can find. So I don't know if they would want you out. Oh, yeah. I think he was trying to get 20 million. Okay. Y'all ain't saying much about this. All right. So there's nothing else going on here. I talked about Wilson on yesterday, right? Because he's got his ass all up in them boys' video. He had made 4 videos now about this Castro and Tommy kind of situation, right? You better be careful getting other people's business. Tommy might come over there, just come to San Antonio just to kick you in your ass. You know, he's prone to violence, honey, right? You got all the advice. You want to get up in the middle of everything. And sometimes you just pick the wrong one. You picked the wrong one, baby. What else is going on, people? Anything? Y'all have to tell me on today. I don't see you saying much. Do y'all think Blackburn is the good guy, the bad guy? Now, all these lawyers who are trying to get money out of people, they're all the bad guy, my opinion. They are skilled, trained. I remember in the Sopranos, there was a scene where this woman was having an issue with Camilla. Camilla's trying to get her daughter into a certain college. She wanted her to write her a letter to help her get into this college. And the lawyer says, I can't do that. Camilla was kind of putting the gangster pressure on her. And the lawyer said, I can't do that. I'm an officer of the court. And I remember Camilla said, a lawyer? Crooked ass. Professional liar? Girl, child, please. Okay, what else? Nothing else going on? Nothing else worthy of talking about, child? Check my perimeter again before I get out of here. I got errands to do on Thursday. Okay, so we'll go and see what's going on with this Diddy thing. Of course, I haven't covered much of the trial. I covered the beginning, and we'll cover certainly the end and see what happened there. So it's in the head stretch now, right? They're wrapping up. They're making their closing arguments. That's only 2 days worth of talking. They can maybe do it in 1 day, right? They're not going to talk for no 4 and 5 hours each. Trump continues to lie. All the people in his cabinet, they all sound just like him. They're using his words even. Fabulous, great. No one ever seen anything like it. Oh, he's the greatest president ever. All that bullshit, child. That they all sound no self-respect at all, child. He's probably done threatened all of them. They'll never work again. I said, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this show. Okay, Jay Wilson, nobody fell for the illegal pro shit in Dallas that Rick lied about, but we know Mark wanted Tracy first. Okay, so Heidi Fly Monster is going after Jay Wilson Monster. Okay, I had no clue what we said about Baby, but when they sang it, okay. Black media reports Tyler Perry with an open letter. Black media, that was 2 days ago, name nothing. Y'all have a wonderful day. And since this is such a short video, there's a good possibility that I'll come back and see what else is going on. We got to see what's going on with this Diddy thing. is this the wrap? Right. Who's coming out? Hey, we get one more guest before it's done. We've come to the end. At the end of the road, it's the end of the road. Right. This is going to determine if this man's going to be free in a couple of years. He'll probably get a couple of, so he's going to get something for transporting prostitution. But other than that, he could, if they can make any of them other charges stick, he could be going away for the rest of his life. I doubt that happens, but we'll see. Start making your bets, people. Later.